we do. We feel strongly that educational excellence is the key to a bright future. Academic Challenge shines a spotlight on what's best about our local schools and young people today. Thank you for joining us as we wish each team the best of luck on Academic Challenge and in all their future endeavors.
Tonight, teams from North Royalton, Padua Franciscan, and Highland meet on Academic Challenge.
Academic Challenge is brought to you by Westfield Insurance. And now, here's the host of Academic Challenge, Jason Nicholas.
Hello, I'm Jason Nicholas. Welcome to another edition of Academic Challenge. The challenge is simple tonight. These three teams will compete for points by answering questions covering math, science, history, and other topics. But first, let's take a look at our team standings so far this year, because at the end of this season, the top three scoring teams will return for our championship match. But these points are very important for another reason. Westfield Insurance will grant over $30,000 to the top 10 schools that compete this season on Academic Challenge. Now let's get started with our opening match, the lightning round. In this round, all three teams play. 10 points awarded for a correct answer, but we'll subtract 10 points for an incorrect or no answer. We start each team tonight with 100 points. Hands on your buzzers. Here we go. You won't want to water down your answers here, even though all these questions have something to do with water. On the Celsius scale, this is the boiling point of water. Highland.
100 degrees.
Correct. She brought water to American troops at the 1778 Battle, North Royalton.
Molly Pitcher.
Of Monmouth. Molly Pitcher is right. The Watergate scandal occurred during this president's administration. Highland.
Nixon.
Is correct. The waters of this 1,560-mile river are sacred to Hindus. Highland.
Ganges.
Is right. These two nursery rhyme characters went up a hill to fetch a water.
Jack and Jill.
Is right, North Royalton. Deuterium oxide is referred to as this type of water. Highland.
Heavy water.
Is correct. Waterworks is a utility in this board game. Highland.
Monopoly.
Correct. This composer wrote Water Music and The Messiah. Highland.
Handle.
Correct. On the U.S.-Canadian border, you can see these huge waterfalls. Highland.
Niagara Falls.
Correct. For our final lightning round question, let's go to Julius Chach of the Northeast Regional Sewer District.
In 1972, the United States Congress passed the Clean Water Act, the primary federal law governing water pollution, after an embarrassing fire on the surface of what river? The Indian word for winding stream.
North Highland.
That would be Cuyahoga.
Is correct. And that does it for our opening round. We'll be back, meet the teams, as Academic Challenge continues. Tonight's judge from Cuyahoga Community College is Elizabeth Waters, Assistant Professor of Early Childhood Education. Welcome back to Academic Challenge. Now it's time for our Mix It Up round. The questions here are worth 20 points. There's no penalty for an incorrect answer. If a team does answer all 6 questions correctly, they'll receive 25 bonus points. But first, let's take a moment to learn a little bit more about team number 1 from North Royalton. North Royalton High School offers an expansive curriculum. In addition to many extracurricular and co-curricular activities, rated as excellent by the state for the past 7 years, and with an enrollment of almost 1,700 students, the school offers 15 different varsity sports. Also, the school's award-winning band appeared at this year's National BCS game. And this is North Royalton's first appearance ever on Academic Challenge. So on behalf of Westfield Insurance and News Channel 5, welcome North Royalton. Serving as team captain, we have Stefan. Stefan, tell us a little about you.
I'm a senior, and I play varsity football. And I just wanted to thank our advisors, Mr. Price and Mr. Kish, for helping us out. Okay,
thanks a lot, Stefan. Now, David, tell us about you.
I'm president of the Math Club, Future Business Leaders of America, and team leader of the rocketry team. And I'm also an Eagle Scout.
Okay, Stephanie, tell everyone at home just a little bit more about you.
I'm a sophomore. I am currently in student council, and I am in Key Club.
All right, North Royalton, here we go. These questions are just for you. No need to buzz in. Here we go. Before you go off to dinner, see if you can find here the 4-letter name of what chief Norse god?
Thor.
Odin. Which of these is the best definition for the word incursion?
Invasion.
That's right. Here you have three very different men who shared the initial M. Please arrange them in the correct chronological order according to the dates of their birth.
Moore, Marshall McCain.
Correct. If you cram more letters into this word, you name what capital city of California?
Sacramento.
Correct. Here you have two of the three most important mineral resources of the African country of Niger. Missing is what element, whose symbol is Fe?
Iron.
Iron is right. To complete this statement by President Woodrow Wilson, fill in the blank with the name of what large, flightless bird?
Ostrich.
It is correct. Well done. North Royalton. Okay, team number 2 is Padua Franciscan, founded in 1961 with an enrollment of nearly 960 students. Padua is one of Northeast Ohio's largest Catholic secondary schools. Offering a college prep curriculum and located in Parma, Padua was recently named as one of the nation's top 50 Catholic high schools. The class of 2008 includes 2 National Merit semifinalists and 5 commended students. The captain of Padua is Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Tell us about you.
I'm a senior, and I am editor of the yearbook.
Okay, Jason, other than having a terrific first name, tell everyone at home a little bit more about yourself.
I am a senior, president of Spanish Club, and I'm also active in the band.
Franco, tell us about you.
Hi, I'm a senior. I'm involved in National Honor Society and Italian Club, and I'm looking forward to college.
All right, okay, Jason, Sarah, and Franco, here we go. You can find a link to 20 points if you find hidden in this phrase the name of what type of tax prohibited by the 24th Amendment?
Poll.
Is right. If you were to rob a bank with no compunction, you'd be committing your crime in which of these ways?
Success.
With no remorse. All 3 of these women played a role in American history. Can you place them in correct chronological order, starting with the earliest?
Adams Anthony Rice.
That's right. Fill in the blanks to name a man known to many of us. What first president of Texas, who now names the state's largest city?
Houston.
Is right. Here are 2 signers of the Declaration of Independence. You could add to this list what Massachusetts man who signed the document first in big, bold letters?
John Hancock.
That's right. To complete this quotation from John C. Calhoun, place in the blank space what word that is also used to refer to a labor organization?
Union.
Union. Union is right. Padua Franciscan, well done. On to team 3 is from Highland. Highland High, located in Medina County, has earned an excellent state ranking for the last 6 consecutive years. With an enrollment of 900 students, Highland offers a complete college prep curriculum, including honors and AP courses. Students are also challenged with a variety of elective classes ranging from vocal music and fine arts to forensics and oceanography. And for more than 25 years, Highland has had an academic challenge team. Greg is the captain of Highland. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Greg.
Hi, my name's Greg Griffin. I am in the debate team, National Honor Society, and I'm looking forward to go to college at Utah State this year and study biochemistry. And I'd like to thank all the people from Highland who came out to watch us.
All right, long trip for you going to college. Melissa, tell us about you.
My name's Melissa Erickson. I'm a part of the debate team, band, and track, and I'd like to thank our advisors for helping us out.
Okay, Alyssa, folks at home wondering a little bit about yourself, tell them.
My name is Alyssa Ryba, and I'm in Academic Challenge, and I'm on the robotics team, and I'm planning to go to either Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology or University of Cincinnati. And I would like to thank Westfield Insurance for sponsoring this show.
Okay, Highland, here we go. These questions are just for you. You definitely will have another 20 points if you find within this phrase what word for the tiny hair-like projections that line bronchial and nasal passages?
Cilia.
Is correct. You would most appropriately expect an entrepreneur to do which of these things?
Start a business.
That's right. These 3 famous people are listed alphabetically. Can you arrange them in correct chronological order?
Ptolemy, Pocahontas, and Picasso.
That's right. What same color will precede each of these words to name a forest in Germany and a range of hills in South Dakota?
Black.
Is right. Here we see two of the three U.S. state capitals whose names begin with the letter J. Missing from this list is what capital of Alaska?
Juneau.
Okay, Highland, 25 bonus points up for grabs right here. To complete this statement from writer James Baldwin, place in the blank space. What's synonym for eyesight? A V-initialed word that is supposed to be 20/20.
Vision.
25 bonus points for Highland. That's right. And that is the end of the round. We'll be back with more Q&A as AC returns. Welcome back to Academic Challenge. Before we begin our next round, let's recap the scores thus far. With 200 points, in third place is Padua Franciscan. In second place with 220 points, North Royalton. And so far in the lead with 325 points is Highland. Now it's time for the picture-perfect round. Each correct answer here, 10 points. But a wrong answer or no answer will cost you 10 points. All three teams here are playing. Hands on the buzzers, eyes on the monitor. Here we go. The main figure in this 16th century illustration is a girl with what royal title held by the daughter of a king? Padua.
Princess.
Correct. These lovely flowers can be seen near the site where what 19th century American author wrote a grim story titled The Pit and the Pendulum? Highland.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Correct. There were brass bands and cheering crowds at the 1881 inauguration of what 20th president who was assassinated just 4 months later? North Royalton.
James Garfield.
Correct. What is the secant of the angle indicated in the right triangle? Highland.
5 halves.
Correct. This life-size statue commemorates a 13th century Spanish king with the same name as what later king who married Isabella in 1479? Highland.
Ferdinand?
Correct. Covered by a red square here is what element whose compounds are used to produce color in computer monitors and whose symbol is TB? Need an answer here? Terbium. Titled Simply an Elephant, this is a drawing by what 17th century Dutch artist whose last name was Van Ryn? Answer here, anyone? Rembrandt. Here we go, final question. In this issue of Cleveland Magazine, we learned about the ongoing expansion project at the Cleveland Museum of Art, which is home to a cast version of The Thinker, a well-known work by what French sculptor? Anyone here? Auguste Rodin. All right, that's the end of our picture-perfect round. We'll be right back with more Academic Challenge right after this. Let's welcome our team advisors tonight. From Highland is Barbara Ott and Andrew Dutt. From North Royalton, Bob Price and Matt Kish. And from Padua, Rosanna Cook. All right, let's get back on the way with our match tonight. Hot picks, one at a time. I'll ask each team 8 questions. The correct answer here, 20 points. No penalty for a wrong answer. Any team that answers all 8 questions right will receive 25 bonus points. First up, team number 1 from North Royalton. Let's go to Sarah, though, from Padua to pick North Royalton's questions. 1, 2, or 3, Sarah?
3.
3. All right, for North Royalton, here we go. One conquistador who didn't conquer anything was Panfilo de Narvaez, whose ship disappeared in 1528 in what gulf into which the Mississippi River flows?
Gulf of Mexico. Gulf of Mexico.
Correct. Susan Constant wasn't an early American woman, but one of these 3 ships that brought settlers to what Virginia colony in 1607?
Jamestown.
Is right. You won't find much gold in Yellowstone Park, but around the rims of geysers you can see what yellowish non-metallic element whose symbol is S?
Sulfur.
Correct. To the monitor, your science question. A student of taxonomy would know that which of these classes contains the most species?
Insects.
That's right. What 19th century man was living in desperate poverty when he and Frederick Engels wrote the Communist Manifesto?
Karl Marx.
That's correct. To have a heart-to-heart talk about Heart of Darkness, a critic might have contacted what author? A Polish-born novelist?
Conrad.
Is right. To the monitor for your math question, evaluate this expression shown right here, giving your answer as a positive integer.
30.
That's correct. Okay, bonus point time, 25 points up for grabs here. Archaeologists have found evidence that people served chocolate drinks 3,000 years ago in what Central American country whose modern capital is Tegucigalpa?
Mexico City.
Got
Inca.
And now looking for Honduras there. Well done, though, North Royalton. Very good. Okay, team number 2, Padua Franciscan, is up for your questions. Let's go to Greg from Highland. Greg, envelope 1 or 2 for Padua?
1.
All right, envelope 1 for Padua. Here we go. One old saying popular in colonial days held that nothing but money is sweeter than what substance produced by bees?
Honey.
Is correct. In Arthur Miller's play The Crucible, trouble brews over Salem residents charged with what supernatural crimes?
Witchcraft.
Is correct. For those of you who'd like to plan ahead, note that the 2014 World Cup will be held in what South American country, the largest on the continent?
Brazil.
Correct. Monitor for your science question. Which of these terms refers to the plant family, which includes peas, beans, lentils, and alfalfa?
Legume.
That's correct. Those who lived through the Second World War will always associate the V for Victory sign with what British wartime prime minister?
Winston Churchill.
You got it. Most writers use their own names on their work, but William Sidney Porter took what pen name when writing such works as The Gift of the Magi? Need an answer here? Henry. To the monitor for your math question, solve this here for y.
Two.
Looking for 1. Once called Byzantium and then Constantinople, what is the current name for the largest city in Turkey?
Istanbul.
Is correct. Padua Franciscan, well done with their round. Rounding out our hot picks round is team number 3 from Highland. We have 1 envelope left, Highland. These are just for you. Envelope number 2. Here we go. The phrase government of the people, by the people, and for the people comes from what historic address given by President Lincoln, 1863?
Gettysburg Address.
That's right. The Pied Piper piped rats out of Hamelin, but snakes were supposedly driven out of Ireland by what saint?
St. Patrick.
You got it. Scholars at a Paris library were the first to notice the importance of a 15th century Bible named for what German printer, the first European to use movable type?
Gutenberg.
Is correct. To the monitor, your science question, which of these terms here refers to an irregular shape or surface produced by a procedure of repeated subdivision and is used for computer art?
Fractal.
Fractal is right. In the book Uncle Tom's Cabin, the villain, Simon Legree, is actually a Yankee from what New England state whose capital is Montpelier?
Vermont.
Correct. Poor, faithful Desdemona comes to an untimely end when she is murdered by her jealous husband. What Moor who titles a tragedy by Shakespeare?
King Lear.
Othello. To the monitor for your math question, evaluate this expression: if A equals 9, taking positive roots and giving your answer as an integer.
12.
Is correct. Stockholm is often called the Venice of the North. The so-called Venice of the East is what capital city of Thailand?
Bangkok.
Bangkok is right. Highland, well done. Good job. That's the end of our Hot Picks round. We'll be back with our final, deciding, exciting grab bag round right after this.
For academic challenge information on the web, log on to newsnet5.com and click on Education.
Welcome back to Academic Challenge. Before we continue, let's recap the scores so far tonight. In third place with 330 points, Padua Franciscan. In second place, 370 points, is North Royalton. And in the lead so far with 495 points is Highland. Now it's time for our grab bag round. This is a free-for-all. Each correct answer, 20 points, but a team will lose 20 points for a wrong or no answer. There'll also be some visual questions here, 30 points apiece for those, but you'll lose 30 if you miss one. This is for all 3 teams, so hands on your buzzers. Our grab bag round begins right now. Researchers have developed a new high-altitude variety of what grain crop whose main U.S. producer is now the very flat state of Kansas? North Royalton.
Corn.
Wheat. Wrapped in Rainbows is the colorful title of a biography of what African-American woman, author of Their Eyes Were Watching God? Need an answer? Hurston. The Beijing Olympics will mark the 100th anniversary of the modern games of what event using a long spear? Highland.
Javelin.
Is correct. To the monitor, this 19th century mask was created by Yoruba artist from what West African country whose largest city is Lagos? Lead an answer, Nigeria. Scientists are trying to figure out why a large lake disappeared overnight last May in what South American country where Santiago is the capital. Highland.
Chile.
Is correct. If one angle of an isosceles triangle is 120 degrees, what is the size of one of the other two angles? Padua.
30 degrees.
Is right. A recent how-to book for polls titled Campaign Boot Camp has been written by the daughter of what current Speaker of the House of Representatives? Highland.
Nancy Pelosi.
Correct. To the monitor. You can truthfully identify the author of this quote as what 18th century French philosopher and political theorist who wrote The Social Contract? Highland.
Rousseau.
Is right. I Am America and So Can You is the oddly named bestseller by what comedian whose report? Highland.
Stephen Colbert.
Is correct. Choice. What happens to the weight of hydrated copper sulfite when it is heated? Does it decrease, increase, or stay the same? Highland.
Decrease.
Is correct. Free for All is the title of a Dan Borchert recent book about working in what type of public institution associated historically with Andrew Carnegie? Need an answer here? Library. To the monitor. This 19th century painting shows boats off the coast of what Pacific island group? Now an F-initialed country whose capital is Suva. North Royalton.
Fiji.
Is correct. Buried treasure isn't always found in out-of-the-way places. In 1908, more than 100,000 silver coins were uncovered in what capital city of Belgium?
Brussels.
North Royalton. That's correct. The book Mr. Lincoln's Cameraman is not about a member of a TV crew, but a biography of what pioneer American photographer? Need an answer? Brady. To stop a filibuster, it takes 3/5 votes of all senators, which means that what specific number of senators must vote yes? Padua?
60.
Is correct for Padua, and that ends the game. Let's take a look at our final scores. In third place tonight with 370 points is Padua Franciscan. In second place, first appearance on Academic Challenge with 400 points is North Royalton. And our winner tonight, Highland, with 625 points. Congratulations, Highland. Be sure to join us next week. We'll feature teams from Peerless, Hawken, and Oberlin. I'm Jason Nicholas, and we will see you next week for another exciting edition of Academic Challenge. Good night, everybody. Good job.
Academic Challenge has been brought to you by Westfield Insurance.